Hello everybody, it's Raven's Guardian back with another episode of Hogwarts Legacy. So let's take a look at what we have available to us to do today. So we have multiple quests available now that we are basically on the search for the final Keeper trial. The first step of that being the shadow of the mountain. So we received now from Sebastian. It seems, despite our earlier disagreement, he would like to resume our search for the final piece of the triptych. He's apparently found a lead on its location and wants to meet along the coast to the southeast. So let's see where that's at on our map. Alright, so it's way down here. Okay. So we're trying to figure out a way to get through here before and see if we could find a way to actually make that happen. And I don't think we actually did. So I'm wondering if maybe we have to go somewhere around here to one of these treasure vaults, or even a mine to end up here on the backside of this area. There are other things that we can do, so let's take a look at some of those. Alright, so we have in the shadow of the study. So Sebastian also wants to meet me outside the Slytherin common room to talk to me about Slytherin's Scriptorium. So we have to meet Sebastian outside the Slytherin common room. We can definitely do that. So let's go learn Crucio first. And we will basically figure out what that will do for us. Alright, so we'll just go travel here and then we'll walk to where we need to walk to. Yeah, but hopefully you guys are enjoying the series. We're making pretty good time. We're almost to the last Keeper trial. And we are getting there rather quickly. Alright, let's go back in here. I don't think I marked it as our primary quest. So I probably need to do that. Alright, there we go. Now we're tracking it. So now we should get the markers that show us how to get to where we need to get to. Alright. Quite a lot of stuff to do. Actually very interested to figure out what it is that we're going to learn here with Crucio. And then I wonder if we can just use Crucio on a lot of the enemies that we have to face. Or if that's kind of frowned upon. I mean, I imagine it is, right? Because it's a banned spell. But at the same time, I mean, they are dark wizards, right? Using their own fire against them, I guess, in some ways. Oh, I thought I heard something. Did I hear a Daedalian key? Where is it? I wonder if it's up there, maybe. Oh, no, it's right there. There it is. Where'd you go? Down here, huh? Alright. See if we still got it in us. Yes, we do. Alright, perfect. And there we go. There's another house token. Alright, let's go find Sebastian. You would think that they would have a flue flame that was down here that made it, you know, relatively easy to get to him. Oh, I guess we can get access to that. There we go. Not too bad.
Revelio.
Well, there's a blue flame right down here, isn't there? Oh, I guess it's not. It's up above it. Such a shame. Alright, well, we'll wait here.
You're here. brilliant.
Yeah, of course I'm here, man. What's up?
I received your owl. What happened with Ominous?
I told him none of us will be able to avoid dark magic forever. So the more we know about Salazar Slytherin and the dark arts, the better prepared we'll be. Unfortunately, only a Gaunt knows the location of the Scriptorium's entrance, and Ominous won't tell me.
Perhaps I should have a chat with Ominous.
You? I suppose it's worth a try. But don't get your hopes up. Ominous is annoyingly stubborn. Nothing new. I know where he is. I'll lead you to him and then leave you to it. Come on.
All right, let's do it.
He's this way.
Which way? This way?
Keep an eye out. Never know who's watching. Although that hasn't stopped us before.
Strictly speaking, it has. We were caught.
That checks.
Damned poltergeist. Such a nuisance.
All right, where are we going? This way?
There he is. Good luck.
All right. Let's go talk to Ominous.
What are you doing here?
Hello, Ominous. Do you have a moment?
What is it? What have you and Sebastian been up to now?
I owe you an apology, Ominous. I wasn't honest with you before about the Undercroft. Sebastian did show it to me. He wanted me to have a safe place to practice some spells, to try and catch up to the other 5th years. He didn't think you'd mind.
I suppose that makes sense. It's just Sebastian's been pestering me lately about something and I'm frustrated with him.
Don't tell me he's still going on about, what was it, a Scriptorium?
He told you about that?
He did. We were talking about Hogwarts founders and he mentioned it. Wouldn't say much more, though.
Yes, well, he seems to think it contains the answer to saving Anne. I think it's likely full of dark magic that is better left untouched.
Wait, you've never been inside?
Of course not. I only know about it because of my favorite aunt, Noctua. She thought like I do. Didn't agree with the family on the use of dark magic. In fact, she'd hoped to convince my family that there was more to Salazar Slytherin than worshipping pureblood status. She'd heard of this Scriptorium and thought its contents might shed some light on him. She even found the secret entrance in this very corridor. She wrote regularly to my father about her efforts to gain access, and then she simply vanished. No one else ever tried to enter.
Wow. I understand your caution.
That's a bit unnerving. I suppose even if it might lead to answers about what happened to your aunt, it does pose a risk.
Aunt Noctua went down this path with good intentions and lost her life. I don't want the same to happen again.
You don't know that history will repeat itself. Besides, you said your aunt thought like you. This could honor her memory, get you answers about Slytherin and Sebastian answers for Anne. Your aunt pursued this alone. We could do it together.
I see what you've done here, and I confess, you've convinced me. I didn't think it possible. Very well. I shall tell you what I know. Fetch Sebastian, I'll wait.
Oh, you're in luck, Ominous, because he's
We don't regret this.
right down the way.
Sebastian, over here.
These braziers grant access to the Scriptorium.
Now you'll share? You wouldn't tell me when I practically begged.
It wasn't
Incendio.
you who told me what I needed to hear. Opening the entrance has something to do with threes.
Well, 3 heads are better than 1.
Its 2 heads are better than 1.
And by that logic, 3 is better than 2. Simple.
All right, which one do we want to use here? No. Confringo, that's the one. Oh, we already have it.
It's ominous.
Confringo!
That brazier went out on its own. I wonder if it's a clue.
Is there another one? Maybe there's supposed to be 3. Ah, I see.
Something's happening.
I hope we're ready for this.
Something's happening. Yes, it is, Sebastian. We've just opened the Scriptorium. Oh, dang.
Revelio.
What's in here? Lots of stuff, looks like it.
Looks like a locked door. We may want to look around.
Oh, Noctua Gaunt's note, 1 of 5. I must prove my point. We do not need to use the dark arts as my family instructs. When I reach the Scriptorium, I will find evidence that there's more to Salazar Slytherin than we realize. I've written to my brother. He knows how I access the corridor's entrance, and that there's no straight path to reach the Scriptorium. It's a maze with many challenges to solve. I hope that my brother will follow my lead, and we can study our ancestor's legacy together. Noctua Gaunt.
A journal entry, signed by Noctua Gaunt.
Gaunt? Ominous. Your family was here.
I know. She was my aunt.
He's like, yeah, I'm aware, thanks. Alright, let's use Reparo.
You knew? And didn't tell me?
Ominous. The journal mentions many challenges ahead.
That's why I said this could be dangerous. Aunt Noctua kept my father informed until she vanished.
Alright, let's repair this.
There may be something to this pile of rubble. The rubble formed a relief of a person facing a snake.
That must be the voice I hear.
Yeah, parcel tongue. Yeah, that's what that means. Alright, so let's see.
The voice is ancient.
You hear a voice.
It started when you repaired that relief. I hear a whisper saying, "Speak to me." I'm a parcel mouth. I can hear and speak to snakes. Nearly all known parcel mouths are descended from Salazar Slytherin.
I'd like to be able to talk to snakes.
You might not want the ability to speak parcel tongue. It's often associated with dark wizards. I haven't spoken it in ages, but I'd wager if I speak it now, the door will open. I'm hoping you're having second thoughts.
Second and third thoughts.
Believe me, I am having thoughts, but I'm still convinced we should go ahead.
It's ironic. When I left home, I vowed to leave the dark arts behind, and yet here I am. Stand back. I can't believe I'm doing this.
It worked! Ominous. You possess a rare ability indeed.
Between the two of you, I'm starting to feel left out.
Between the two of us.
Never mind.
Revelio.
See what kind of cool things are in here.
There's no clear way forward.
Like a maze. Salazar Slytherin most likely wanted this to be difficult to solve.
The door we came from, it closed. And there's more than one gate ahead.
Then look closely at each gate for clues.
What about this thing?
The dial requires focus.
Alright, so
Aunt Noctua
rotate.
said the same. It
Top
may take
dial.
practice to solve it. That didn't sound good.
Salazar Slytherin didn't make this easy.
Alright, so it looks like we have a circle up top and a snake on the bottom.
Matching the symbols did open it.
Was about to do that myself, but you got to it first.
Yeah.
Nice work.
Is there anything else over here?
Revelio.
What else we got? What else? That's on the other side of the wall. There's something over here, but it's damaged. Looks like a... This one's kind of open. What does this have? Why are you creeping like that? All right.
Confringo!
Okay, so that turns that on. Let's go back and just double check real quick. Make sure that we saw what it was. Okay, so it was like the Z symbol on the bottom and like the circle on the top with the tail. Z on the bottom, circle on the top.
Another gate.
Seems Slytherin like to play games.
Must run in the
That
family.
and the Z
Looking
symbol
embarrassed.
on the bottom. There we go.
That sounded promising.
Another dial solved.
Impressive. Nice work.
Revelio.
Well, I don't get paid for nothing, huh? There's another, that's note 4 of 5. What's this one? That might be another note, but it's in the other room. Alright, this one is circle and then like that symbol as well.
We've got more to solve ahead.
Search each corner.
Tatterstall,
It may not be obvious
Tatterstall
what
shirt
needs
and
where.
tie, school uniform. Interesting. Okay. Alright. Yeah, so this is like a quacking duck and a mountain symbol. I don't know where we would go to open that up though. Maybe over here?
Revelio. Confringo.
That's 3 of 5. Oh well, we'll just read them. I failed the dial and it struck my face as if it were a real serpent, but I must find a way forward. For my family's sake, we should not require children to conform to old traditions. The Scriptorium must have proof that there is more to our legacy than meets the eye.
Ominous. Your aunt wanted to change your family's traditions.
She did, and she was my favorite person in the world for it.
Alright. Quacking duck on top,
Another
and then
welcome
the mountain
sword,
on the
was he?
bottom. There we go.
Excellent work. We're another step closer to the Scriptorium.
Yep. One step closer.
Revelio.
Still trying to find note number 2. I wonder if it was over here. Can we get over there? I don't think so. At least not yet. That was the door we came in. Alright, we opened this one, which allowed us, or we went in there, which allowed us to open this one.
I spotted something ahead.
Let's read this note.
Looks troubling.
This whole place is troubling, but for my aunt's sake, we cannot stop now.
There we go. Extraordinary. This journey is painful but rewarding. I shall soon find the Scriptorium and discover untold secrets regarding our house's founder. Salazar Slytherin intended more than what we've become. I know it.
Noctua references painful and arduous challenges, but also rewards.
Painful. That's the part I'm
Revelio.
wary of.
All I heard was rewards. Keep going.
Yeah. All I heard was rewards, of course. Oh boy.
The gate! I think we're locked in. Again.
Then Salazar Slytherin is not yet finished with us.
Here's 5 of 5. I've lost hope. I'm locked in. I heard a scream and saw the tortured faces. The only way forward is with an unforgivable curse. Even if I wanted to cast it, I have no one upon whom to do so. Salazar Slytherin created a malicious challenge indeed. In my last correspondence to my brother, I'd invited him here. Now, if he looks for me alone, I'll have led him to his death. Despite our differences, I wish him no ill. I wish we had parted on better terms. Noctua Gaunt.
Ominous. Her skeleton. And Noctua's last journal entry. She mentions being trapped here, blocked by an unforgivable curse.
This is where she died. This is where we'll die. I shouldn't have listened to either of you.
Ominous, I'm truly sorry about your aunt. But I know what to do. It's going to be difficult.
Oh, are you gonna cast it on me? Is that what's gonna happen here?
You said you know what to do.
Tortured faces on the door, and Crucio is etched into the stone. My guess is if we cast the Cruciatus Curse, the door will open. That's why Noctua died. She had no one to cast the curse on. Ominous has the most experience with this. He should cast it. You seem to be in Ominous's favor. Will you ask him about this?
Sure.
He does seem a bit cross with you. I'll speak with him.
Good. Work your magic, so to speak. Wish we had some liquid luck.
All of this could have been avoided.
Ominous. I hadn't imagined we'd end up trapped like this.
Salazar Slytherin did. He's to blame for many unimaginable things. I overheard you and Sebastian, and I won't do it. The Cruciatus Curse is pure torture, I would know.
Sebastian told me a little of what happened when you were young. Sounds as if you had no choice.
Should have known he would have told you. And one always has a choice. I'm as guilty as the worst of my family. Unforgivable curses won't work unless you really mean them. I had to want to cause pain, and for that I shall never forgive myself. That spells the reason I have no family left. You and Sebastian will need to sort out another solution. If you cast Crucio, you will regret it forever.
Okay. Well, how do you know?
What do we do now? Ominous is not going to cast the Cruciatus Curse again.
Ridiculous. As if dying in here is a better option than casting a damned spell. It's up to us. I can teach you Crucio, or I can cast it on you.
Wait, you didn't say you knew how to cast Crucio?
Because I'm not sure I do. Ominous knows that, yet he's left us no choice. I don't yearn to follow in Noctua Gaunt's footsteps. I think I can cast it if I have to.
Sure, I want to learn it, but you gotta cast it on me.
I want to learn the curse, but I won't cast it on you. You need to cast it on me.
I shan't forget this.
Alright, almost there. And boom, we learned it.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Crucio! Are you alright?
It worked.
Are you all right?
That pain, it was excruciating. But I'll survive. Let's keep moving.
We made it. We found Salazar Slytherin's Scriptorium.
I can't believe
Revelio.
we're here.
Salazar Slytherin's Scriptorium. Secret and well-protected room within Hogwarts where Salazar Slytherin appears to have spent time making various long-term plans with respect to the student population and reflecting on disagreements he had with other founders. Nice.
Sebastian,
spell book.
Ominous. There's a book just here.
You found something.
You two go ahead. Let me know what's in it. I'll wander around a bit.
May I have a look?
Solar protection spectacles. Are they just sunglasses? What else is up here? Another chest. Majestic school robe. Nice.
Revelio.
Anything else? Some some kind of juice, I guess, or something like that. What's in here? I fear we shall never come to an accord. I cannot persuade even one of them to listen to reason. I had dared hope that Godric's thoughts were aligned with my own, that he understood why the caliber of student needed to be exceptional. But he has fallen prey to the ridiculous notion that Muggle-borns are somehow as capable as purebloods. He was furious when I expressed my displeasure at his thoughts on the matter, thoughts he had not yet put to voice. I tire of the discord, and I can no longer bear witness to the corridors filled of inept children masquerading as witches and wizards. It is with a heavy heart that I now know I must go from here. I shall place the creature into deep sleep in its chamber until it can be awakened by one who shares my views, a descendant willing to reverse the damage that the others have so carelessly brought, one who shall rid the school of those unworthy of Hogwarts that would serve only to stain my legacy. Well, that's obviously talking about the basilisk. So
Revelio.
they'll tie into the series there. That's kind of cool. Let's talk to Sebastian.
What do you think?
Looks like a spell book of some kind. This is incredible. A Hogwarts founder's possession. What an honor. Still can't believe Ominous never told me about his aunt and what she found.
What will you do with Slytherin's spellbook?
What I do with every book. Read it. Having professors as parents ingrained that habit early on. But I can do that later. For now, I say we explore this room. It's breathtaking.
Revelio!
That it is. Is there anything else down here that I missed?
I don't want to leave, but I owe you. Both of you. Without both of you, we'd never have made it this far.
Ominous, come back. I want to talk to you.
I see a way out.
Best news I've heard all day.
I guess it just takes us to the Slytherin dungeon. Interesting.
Ominous. About your aunt.
Please, Sebastian. I meant what I said before. We swear, right now, never to engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
Understood. I'm truly sorry about your aunt, Ominous.
I suppose after all this, I am grateful to know what happened to her. Thank you.
You bet. Alright, quest complete in the shadow of the study. And then they just go their own ways, I
Urge
guess.
defending Hogsmeade against trolls. You know, there is such a thing as trying too hard.
Oh, we can go back to the Scriptorium? Nice. I'm kind of interested to see if we can find that other note. So we found 4 of the 5, but we didn't find note number 2, I think. Can we go anywhere else? Wish it would let me run. Come on. So let me go here, but I can't go back out that way, I guess. Okay. Good to know. Alright, well, we found the Scriptorium, I guess, so there's that. See if I can get to it this way. Maybe not.
Revelio!
Yeah, because this is the way we came in. through here. We hit those two and then hit that one, but see, now they're all lit. Okay. And this door doesn't exist anymore. Oh well. Anyways, let's take a look at our quest. So we have the basis for blackmail. So this is Natty sent me another owl saying that she can sneak away without her mother knowing. I'm to meet her outside Hogsmeade. So let's do that one. Alrighty. Let's go take a look at the Hogsmeade map. We'll just go close to it and then go find her. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Just want to travel there, please. Thank you.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Alright, let's go find Natty. See what she has to say. Actually, before we do that, let's check our inventory, our gear, and see if we have space in case this leads to something. Yeah, we got space. Alright. Oh, we did find that new robe, wasn't it? I believe it said it was better than what we had. Yeah, offense up by 18, defense down by 4. I think that's reasonable. We also have an unidentified one. Let's wear this for now. Wow. That is a majestic robe. That's pretty sweet. Nice. I like it. Alright, let's go track her down. See what old Natty has to say to us.
I've been studying Salazar Slytherin's spellbook. Meet me in the Undercroft. I found something.
Sebastian wants to talk to us again, I guess.
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Alright, so what am I hoping to learn from them?
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
And where can I find them?
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
Alright, well, I'll go talk to Mr. Bickle's friends.
Very well. I'll speak with them, see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully,
Alright.
by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Alright, let's go talk to him. So, Agabus Filbert, Daisy Rabe, Rob, and Otto Dribble. Quite a few people, I guess. Let's see, can we see the map? Alright, so I guess we're gonna go talk to this person first. That's 3 broomsticks.
Has there ever been a vampire worth knowing?
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
It looks like she's up there. How do I get up there and talk to her? Oh, there it is. was like, how do I get up there? Stairs over here.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and am trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Does the note confirm kidnapping?
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Have you given Harlow any information about Gringotts?
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Why would Harlow take your husband and not you?
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Well, thanks. That's what I needed.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Miss Rabe, we do hope you will reconsider helping us with our banking needs. We've given you ample time to reach a decision on your own, but we are beginning to lose our patience. We know your husband would appreciate it if you were to see the value in our working together. So we expect a response by week's end. Best to keep this between us if you understand our meaning.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now, to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends.
Yes. All right, let's go find Agabus Filbert or Otto Dibble. What I wouldn't give to be able to run inside of the building. So slow to walk. Jeez Louise. Alright, let's go talk to the next person here. Wonder who this one's gonna be. Otto, maybe?
Otto Dibble works at Gladrags.
Yep, sure
I
enough.
should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it, but perhaps it's been here all along.
I don't know. Tell me, Otto.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right, but we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man, but even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it out for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
About the note.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note? That might help me to identify it should I come across it.
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
Are you hiding the extortion?
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and to be worthy of Rosie.
Mr. Hill seems like a fair man. Can't you just tell him?
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man, but when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
Well, thanks for talking with me.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
All right.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where was I?
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends.
Yep, last one. Gotta go find Agabus. All right. Looks like he's right up here.
Not enough reflection on the past.
Actually, way out of the way. He's almost outside of Hogwarts.
Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
There he is.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
You were wise not to speak out.
You may have shared Mr. Bickle's fate if you had spoken out against Harlow as he requested.
Unfortunately, I suspect you're right.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again, but do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does
All
not
right.
like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friend. Now to find Natty.
Yep, let's go find Natty. I imagine she's probably back where we left her, just outside of Hogsmeade here.
The Minister for Magic didn't get where
Alrighty. So we'll go out here and we'll go talk to her and see what she wants to do. It'd be so much easier if I could just ride my broom. But you can't ride your broom inside of
It's
Hogsmeade.
not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there.
So you made me run all the way down here to run all the way back. Thanks. Alrighty. To the Hog's Head Inn.
Good thing the Ministry banned under
Hopefully that's where she's at.
I don't see why everyone has
Natty must be around here somewhere.
Oh, here's the Hog's Head Inn. Is she out back, maybe? There's her wand. Uh-oh, that's not good.
Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
Will it? Oh.
Revelio!
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Don't you dare say that to me.
Revelio! Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
Into the Ashwinder hideout.
The footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. Revelio!
Alright, pull these out. Let's see.
Incendio!
No, that's not what I wanted. Wrong one.
Accio!
Okay.
A hidden door.
Oh, what a coincidence.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
Alright, let's take a look at our talent points here. Alright, so we have... Striking an enemy cursed by Crucio releases a projectile that curses nearby enemies. There we go. Try that.
Better be sure I'm not seen. Revelio.
I'd rob my own father if there were galleons in it. Not my mother, mind. It's not gonna
All right, let's see.
It might.
Using that girl as bait, no one's coming for her. We ought to just kill her.
Harlow says her friend will be reckless enough. He wants them alive. Just keep an eye out.
To your knees! Expulsion!
Protego! Stupefy!
You're no match for me.
Places!
Expulsion!
Stupefy!
Not that!
Flipendo! Protego!
What are your faults, Sean?
Stupefy!
Damn. You need that.
Flipendo!
Ouch.
Want to look up?
Protego!
Don't think you're going to get out.
Flipendo!
That one hurt.
Confringo! Flipendo!
You'll feel that tomorrow. If you last that long.
Flipendo!
How does that feel?
Protego! Confringo!
Flipendo!
Flipendo!
Not so tough there, Oz.
Flipendo! Cruciatus!
Conducted, aren't we? Expulsion!
Protego! Confringo! Glacius!
Expulsion! Death from above!
Flipendo! Glacius! Confringo! Glacius! Flipendo!
What have you done?
Cruciatus!
Jeez Louise, man. About a pain.
Revelio!
There's still dudes over there. Jeez Louise. I didn't even get them all.
Shopkeeper.
Revelio!
Come over here, dude. I got a little present for you. Get wrecked, son.
Petrificus totalis!
Hey, there we go. There's the love letter. You're as dear to me as an augury whose voice foretells the coming rain. You're as loved by me as a croup could be, whose loyalty is true and plain. You have cast a spell over my heart. I want it not undone. You have charmed me from the very start. You have always been the one. Isabella Filbert.
The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back.
Oh, I guess that was the book of poems, even though it was one poem.
Revelio.
Okie dokie. Alright, this dude's just hiding over here.
Treacherous totalis.
Womp womp. Hey, we got a decorated ornamental stand. Nice.
Revelio.
These rats all running underneath my feet. Perfect shirt and tie uniform.
Revelio.
Tons of money, which is good. Gotta be another bad dude around here somewhere. Always is. Unidentified hand item. Hey, my darling Otto. I read your last letter over and over, and I'm certain to read it again. Each hour until we are able to meet, I dread the notion that I will not see you soon, but I am not without hope. I long for the day of our engagement can be shared with those whom we love, especially my dear father. I do not wonder at your waiting to wait until you are more settled, my love, and I know that you are doing all you can to ensure that such a situation is within our grasp. Please allow me to say that these past months of being unable to share publicly the feelings which exalt me to the utmost pinnacle of happiness have been an existential challenge indeed. And now I'm off to read your letter once more. Yours affectionately, Rosie.
Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it. Revelio.
Oi, oi.
Oi, 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 oi. I don't know who that guy is saying that, but sounds like a knucklehead. So we can open that with the pulso. I don't want to do that right now because there's too many people around.
Revelio.
Hey.
See if we can sneak up on these dudes and take them out without them seeing me.
We should speak to her again. Perhaps she'll tell us where we can find that friend of hers.
She's determined to say nothing. The boss will deal with her when he arrives. There's not a thing worth learning from civilized society.
Treacherous totalis.
Except as a lie.
Revelio.
What are you fools on? Electricity.
How did I get over here? I thought I killed him.
Confringo. Flipendo.
I guess he,
Might want to look up.
I'm just warming up. To your knees.
Flipendo.
Had enough?
Confringo. Flipendo.
picked the wrong dude to mess with, bro.
And no one to share in my victory.
And no one to share with my victory. That was pretty funny.
Revelio.
Alright. Yeah, I have no idea how that... Because I definitely stunned the one dude. Alright, so that way it must be where Natty's at. Let's open the chests and stuff first here. Unidentified hand item. Nice.
Revelio.
See about this grate. I don't think Revelio. Oh no, it works. Okay. Cool, cool.
Revelio.
Plaid blazer school uniform. All that for that? That wasn't worth it. Alright, let's go get Natty. I don't think there's anything else. At least I didn't see anything else. Nope. Alright.
Natty must be here somewhere. Revelio.
You found us. I knew you would bring us. I had left my wand for you. Speak to Mr. Ray. He will tell you. And you help.
Hold on, Natty. I'm collecting monies. What?
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it.
Your friend Natty was not able to summon my wand.
Revelio.
It must be blocked by something.
Where's old dude's wand at? Let's see. Oh, wand, where are
Mr.
you?
Rabe's wand could be in there. Hello, Hamora.
Okay. Oh.
Mr. Rabe's wand. Mr. Rabe's wand. He'll be glad to have this back.
There you go.
Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Probably not well. But it was fine. Nothing happened.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
I already took them all out while you were sitting here in your cell. Unless there's more out there. Yeah, see, I already took them out. They gone. Probably would have been helpful if she was fighting with me, because they were quite a pain in the butt.
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once and for all.
there's Officer Singer.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe, to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
Understood.
Yes, officer. Do you have enough evidence to take down Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's lot?
Well, it's certainly a good start. We shall see. But you can leave this to me now. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
Alright, quest complete. A basis for blackmail. Alright. Let's see what else we got in our quest lot today. So we have the Shadow of Discovery. So Sebastian sent me the owl saying he found something interesting in the book from the Scriptorium and wants to meet me in the Undercroft. So we could probably go do that. Alright, so we'll track that one. And then we will travel down there to see him. I think this is in the secret rooms, is it not? No, it's not. We do need to go to the room of requirement though. So let's go do that real quick. Identify some of our items. And then we can go see Sebastian. Yeah, because we have a bunch of stuff that we picked up. Yeah, look at all that stuff. Nice. See what gear we have. Handwear, we found some good hand stuff. Alright, so that raises our offense by 8. Yep, so equip that. We got any face wear? I don't think we did anything of use anyways. Headwear. Nope. Neckwear. Nope. Cloaks and robes. Nice, we got a royal maroon coat, which raises our offense by 11. I really do like the look of that majestic school robe though, pretty sweet. And as for our outfit, nothing that's of any use here. Okay. Cool. So we got some cool stuff. I think that filled up our gear slots pretty much though. How many do we have left? 3. So we probably want to go sell some stuff. Let's go to Hogsmeade. We'll just go sell some of our equipment. And then we'll go see Sebastian.
You're back. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, I'm just here to sell stuff though. Nice. 8,300. I'll gladly take
Thanks for
that.
stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Alright. Back to our map. Over to Hogwarts. I guess we'll just go to let's go to the classroom. Alright, here's Sebastian.
You'll never believe what I've learned.
Tell me about it.
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the Scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it.
Exactly.
That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the Scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
I agree, we did what we had to do.
It was hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
I won't say a word.
I see no reason to involve Ominous.
I'm glad you agree. When I know more, I shall send an owl. And don't feel sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
I am not letting this go.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I know what I heard. You knew I wouldn't agree with this. Going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
What happened to Sebastian's parents?
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
The spellbook is giving Sebastian hope.
Those references in the book seem promising.
Everything to do with Salazar Slytherin seems promising until it's too late. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further, but if you think he might, please let me know. It would mean a lot.
Alright, well I guess we should keep Ominous in the loop. Alright, let's take a look. What else do we have in our quest log? Oh, we have the newborn threstrel that we bred in our pen could use some brushing. I should also see if it's hungry, so maybe we should go do that. Let's do that. So we'll go to the map. We'll go to our secret rooms, room requirement. And let's go see our threstrel. I think he's up here. If I remember right. There he is. Hey, little buddy.
I should let Deke know about the newborn Thestral.
Yeah, we can go speak with Deke. Nice. We got some hairs. Perfect. Deke, oh Deke, where are you? Collect this stuff too. Hello, Deke. You'll be pleased to know that the little threstrel was born.
Hello, Deke. You'll be pleased to know that a little Thestral was born.
How wonderful to have more Thestrals in our world. Such misunderstood beasts.
I'm sorry that we can both see Thestrals, Deke.
Deke is privileged to see such majestic beasts, but sometimes wishes Deke couldn't. Deke is to blame.
What do you mean, to blame?
Years ago, Deke's master ordered Deke to help him capture a phoenix, the rarest of all beasts, that master had spotted high on a cliff. The phoenix was the most beautiful beast Deke had ever seen. Deke begged master to leave her be. When Deke hesitated to climb up the cliff as ordered, Deke had to punish himself. As Deke punished himself, master grew angrier and angrier, and in his frustration cast at the regal bird. Deke suspects the phoenix was protecting eggs when it swooped down in fear and fury. Before Deke could reach him, master fell from the cliff. Deke stayed on that cliffside for days, punishing himself, before Tobbs found him.
I'm sorry, Deke.
What a horrible tale, Deke. I'm so sorry.
Deke has only told Professor Weasley that story, and now yourself. Deke often wonders what became of that phoenix. Deke feels fortunate to be at Hogwarts now, helping you rescue beasts. Perhaps Deke can make amends for what came before.
Alright, Fall of the Dead is now complete. Very nice. Maybe we can see if we can breed another one. I guess Professor Weasley wanted to say something to me. Beat her giant purple toad. That was quick. Toad warts. Delicious. Alright, well, it looks like we got some new quests there from a few people. Grief and Vengeance. I should ask Natty how she's doing since I helped her and Mr. Rabe escape the Ashwinder's hideout. I think we'll save that for another time. Let's go through here and see what else we picked up. So we did find Gilbert's poetry book. It's interesting that they didn't have us take it back to him. A gold-plated book of poetry written by Agabus, Gilbert's late wife. And that was that, just that one poem. Rather interesting. Alright, let's take a look at collections. Alright, well, I'm sure we fought somebody new here. Who was it? This person. Gwendolyn Zhao. Blackmailed into compliance, Gwendolyn Zhao was a reluctant Ashwinder informant within the Ministry of Magic. After being found out and fired, Gwendolyn was forced to join Rookwood to protect and provide for her family. Oh, what a coincidence. Alright, let's check conjurations. Which one did we pick up here? I think we picked it up an episode or two ago, but we just didn't see it or review it. Oh no, we got it today. This is the decorated ornamental stands, a variety of decorated ornamental stands. Okay. We did get some owl post. Specifically from, I think, quite a few people. Alright, we got one from Otto. The Ashwinders have ceased pestering me. I suspect that's your doing. Thank you from me and Rosie both. We're just leaving on our honeymoon. After we tell Mr. Hill of our recent marriage, wish me luck. Okay, Otto. And Natty sent me something. She said, if you're able, you are the talk of the school since you saved Mr. Rabe and I from the Ashwinders. We've come so far, we should discuss the next steps in our plan to stop Harlow. Okay. Anybody else write me? I thought we got something from Professor Weasley, but it didn't actually say anything. Oh, I guess it was this. Deke tells me he shared with you his experience with the Phoenix. Please check in with him when you get a chance. He has an idea for you that I thought worth exploring, Professor Weasley. Alright, let's talk to Deke then. And this must be what this one was. Yeah, Phoenix Rising. I wonder what Deke wants to talk to me about. I need to speak with him. Okay. So we can probably do that before we end today's episode. And then in combat, we got another of the things here. I'm not sure which one, though. This one, I was supposing. Alright, so we defeated 3 infamous foes. We got the Avenging Wolf Mask. And then we're on our way to defeating 6 of those. Alright. Let's go talk to Deke real quick, and then...
You are the talk of the school since you saved Mr. Rabe and I from the Ashwinders. We have come so far. We should discuss the next steps in our plan to stop Harlow.
Yeah, I just read that. Thanks, Natty. Alright, let's go talk to Deke real quick.
Deke has some exciting news to share.
Sure you do, Deke. Hello, Deke. Professor Weasley said you had an idea.
Hello, Deke. Professor Weasley said you had an idea.
Indeed, Deke does. Deke knows that you want to learn about all sorts of beasts, and Deke recently heard rumors of a phoenix nest in a nearby mountain.
A phoenix nest? I wonder if it belongs to the phoenix Natty mentioned, the one Harlow and the poacher pack are after.
Deke would not doubt it. If Deke has heard of it, surely the nasty poachers have as well, which means it could be in danger.
Yeah, that's very possible. I better go and rescue it.
Well, I'd better go and rescue it then, hadn't I?
Deke thinks so. So majestic a beast should not fall into such vile hands. Deke is not sure why, but Deke feels that saving a phoenix might help to make amends for what happened with Deke's prior master. Deke hopes that you are able to find the phoenix and bring it to the room where it will be safe.
Alright, so I guess I'm supposed to search for the cave. Maybe that's what we should save for next time. Alright, so I think we will actually, because we're about an hour and a half in. So Deke believes that the Phoenix is nesting in the mountains far to the southeast of Hogwarts. And we are supposed to go search for the cave. Let's see if we can see where it's at on the map. Yeah, it's down here in this area. Okay. Alright, well, we'll give it a go and see what happens. Maybe we'll figure it all out. Let's go down here to this location here. And then that'll kind of clue us into where we need to go for the start of the next episode.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Alright, so we're here, right? So then if I go to my quests that I have, if I want to go here, set a waypoint, it like doesn't let me set a waypoint. What if I go here? Alright, let's go outside. Alright, so if I, again, go here and try to set a waypoint, that is over here. Okay, so now it'll let me do it, weirdly enough. Alright, so this is where we'll save, and then that's where we'll pick up in the next time. So let's get our proper spells back where they belong. Alright. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye.